Hello children, let us move forward. So children, the last video we have seen that Sir Ector was overwhelmed. Okay, he fell on his knees before his young son, who was holding the mighty sword in his hand, and bowed his head in deep devotion. And his elder son, okay, he followed his example of bowing, okay, wordlessly, right, without saying a single word. He also followed his father. But Arthur jumped back in surprise when he saw his father and his elder brother kneeling before him. So he asked, Father, why do you kneel before me? Am I not your son? Okay, so what Kay replied, that is what I had thought until now. Okay, Sir Kay replied, but now I know better. I know whose son you are. You are the son of the good king Uttar Pendragon. Okay, and I bow to you as you are the king of Britain now. Okay, so now what happened next? How could that be? You and I know that I was an orphan boy entrusted to your care. Okay, this who said? Arthur said. Okay, that how could that be? You and I know that I was an orphan boy entrusted to your care, mean handed over to your care. Sir Ector pointed to the inscription on the stone, which Arthur had not seen until now. Okay, children. So, what was inscripted on that? This what can we say on that sword? So, what was written? Rather, we can say inscripted means the words which are cut in stone. Whoso pulleth out this sword is by right of birth King of England. Okay, children. So, this much we have finished in the last video. Yes. Now we will move forward. Okay, so come to next page number 102. So what he said, but it can't be me. Who said? Arthur said, but it can't be me, father. I am your son, and I shall always remain your son. But it can't be me, father. I am your son, and I shall always remain your son. Okay, so there was a flash of light, and and what happened? Merlin the magician appeared before them. So I have children, I have shown the Merlin magician in the earlier videos. Remember, so Merlin appeared before them. So children, who is this Merlin? Now see, Merlin in the legends of King Arthur, Merlin is portrayed as a great wizard. Okay, great wizard who helped, advised, and guided Arthur. Merlin, with the help of the archbishop, had arranged the sword in the stone so that Britain would get its rightful king. So Merlin, he was a great wizard who helped, advised, and guided Arthur. Merlin, with the help of archbishop, had arranged the sword in the stone so that Britain could get its rightful king. Okay, so there was a flash of light, and Merlin appeared before them, a hooded figure with bright, shining eyes and a bewitching smile. So Merlin appeared before them. So what they saw? A hooded figure. Now children, hooded means wearing a hood. So what do you mean by hood? Hood, it is a piece of cloth covering someone's face or head. Okay, so Merlin, he was a hooded figure. Okay, he was wearing a hood. Now hood means what? It is a piece of cloth covering someone's face or head. So Merlin appeared before them, a hooded figure with bright, shining eyes and a bewitching smile. Now, bewitching means for children. Bewitching means a delightful smile. Okay, a delightful smile. It is an adjective here for the noun smile. Lovingly, he laid his hand on Arthur's head. Lovingly, he laid his hand on Arthur's head and said to him, Indeed, I was the one who entrusted you to good Sir Ector for your own safety. So this Merlin, he laid his hand on Arthur's head and said to him, Indeed, I was the one. Indeed means children, truly or actually. Okay, we can say truly or actually, I was the one who entrusted you, means handed over you to good Sir Ector for your own safety. Okay, for your own safety, I handed over you to good Sir Ector. Your father and I knew that great danger lay ahead for the kingdom and yourself. Okay, your father and I was knowing that there was a great danger laying before the kingdom and for yourself. No sooner than you were born, your father blessed you and handed you over to me. Okay, children. Okay, no sooner than you were born, your father blessed you and handed you over to me with the solemn request, means with a serious, or we can say with a earnest request, that you would take your rightful place on the throne of England when it was safe for you to do so. Okay, no sooner you were born, your father blessed you. Okay, he blessed you and handed over to me means to Merlin, with the serious request. And that what was the request? That you will take the throne when it was safe for you to do so. Okay, with a serious request that you would take your rightful place. Which place? On the throne. Okay, you will sit on the throne with take your rightful place on the throne of England when it was safe for you to do so, not before that. Okay, when it is safe, then only you will take your rightful place on the throne of England. Okay, children, now let us move forward. Turning to Sir Ector, Merlin said, Turning to Sir Ector, Merlin said, In the name of the late King Uther, I thank you. Okay, Merlin is saying that I am thanking you in the name of the late King Uther. Now, Uther is who? He is the father of Arthur. Yes. So you have done a splendid job of bringing up the heir to the British throne. You have done a splendid job, a great job, we can say a marvelous job of bringing up the heir, be the successor to the British throne. Okay, now you must inform the Archbishop and your fellow knights. Now you must inform the Archbishop and your fellow knights of all that has happened here. I shall await your return. Okay, so you inform the Archbishop and the fellow knights who are waiting outside. So, whatever happened here, you must inform to them all. I shall await your return. I am waiting for your return. Forthwith. Forthwith means, children, immediately. Okay, immediately Sir Ector called upon the Archbishop and all the lords assembled at the tournament. Okay, holding Arthur by the hand. Holding Arthur by the hand, he announced to the assembly. What he announced? Who announced? Sir Ector announced. What he announced? Behold, the rightful king of England. Behold. Behold means, children, look at or see or observe. We can say the rightful king of England is in front of you. For a moment there was silence. Okay, when the knights who gathered at the assembly, at the tournament, they were just looking at what was in front of them. Okay, so whatever Sir Ector told, so they listened to that and there was a silence. And then the crowd burst out in angry protest. And then what happened? The crowd which gathered, they burst out in angry protest. Angry protest means the action expressing objection or the action expressing disapproval. Okay, that is protest, angry protest. So what they said, how can we believe you? Who is this unknown boy? Where did he come from? How is he any better than one of us? Okay, so they were just showing their anger and they were expressing their disapproval and they were asking, how can we believe you? Who is this unknown boy? Where did he come from? How is he any better than any one of us? Okay, the Archbishop took them all to the churchyard. So the Archbishop, the priest, he took them all to the churchyard. The entire assemblage. Okay, assemblage means, children, the group of people. The entire assemblage watched in awe. Okay, the entire assemblage was watched in awe. Okay, what they watched? Awe means, children, a feeling of amazement. They were amazed to see whatever was happening in front of them. So what they saw? as Arthur inserted the sword in the anvil and drew it out effortlessly. Okay, so the entire group of people, that is assemblage, watched in great amazement as Arthur inserted the sword in the anvil, that is a heavy block, and drew it out effortlessly. Without any effort, he was doing it very easily. Some of the lords and knights also tried to draw the sword. They also tried that, try let us try once more. So they thought that, see, this person is doing, so let us also try. So they also tried to draw the sword, but failed to do so. Okay, children. Again and yet again, Arthur drew the sword from the stone before his people. Again and again, Arthur drew the sword from the stone before his people. He was doing it, he was just inserting it and drawing it out. Okay, so without any effort, without easily, he was doing all these things. Okay, each time cheers went up. So, each time cheers went up, and each time more and more knights drew their swords, okay, and held them high. So each time he did it many times now. So each time cheers went up, and each time more and more knights drew their swords. They held up their swords high in a gesture of loyalty. In a gesture of loyalty. Okay, children, gesture means the movement of part of the body. Okay, means your hand or your head to express something. Okay, that is the showing the gesture. So they were showing the gesture of loyalty. Okay, so loyalty means they were showing their support. Okay, strong feeling of support to newly their newly crowned prince, we can say. Okay, the king, we can say, king of England, rightful king of England. Okay, in a gesture of loyalty to their newfound prince. Okay, loud cheers rose from the common people who had surrounded the churchyard, eager to greet their new king. Okay, the people also were surrounded around the churchyard. They were eager to greet their new king. They were also giving the loud cheers. Okay, now Merlin stepped out of the shadows. So Merlin, he was standing in shadow, so he was not that visible. Okay, so Merlin stepped out of the shadows and addressed the crowd. So what he said? He addressed the crowd and he said, "Behold, O people of Britain, behold, look at, see, O people of Britain, I present to you the one and only son, the one and only son of King Uther. Behold, O people of Britain, I present to you the one and only son of King Uther Pendragon and his queen. He is your rightful king." Okay, he stepped out of the shadows and addressed the crowds, and he said, "Behold, O people of Britain, I present to you the one and only son of King Uther Pendragon and his queen. He is your rightful king." Yes, children. So in this way, we have seen that how the journey, okay, how the journey of King Arthur, one of the bravest and noblest kings of Britain, his journey from being an orphan to the king of Britain, we have seen in this whole lengthy chapter. Yes, children, you understood? I hope you enjoyed the story. Okay, so now let us stop here. The next video we will start with the pointers. Okay, children, so just read again and again this lesson. There are many new words there, and lengthy chapter. You can read and understand the various dialogues said and various characters, about the various characters, about the King Arthur. You can go through the chapter. Read, children. Okay, so we'll stop here. I'm taking your leave. Take care. Bye.